Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. And this time we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Last Jedi Rey, and this is the Jedi training version. And this is from the Star Wars The Last Jedi toy line from Hasbro from 2017. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. So take a look at the packaging. Beautiful, beautiful packaging for this Last Jedi toy line. I love the white background with the red Star Wars logo. I think it looks stunning. And then every figure has their own actual artwork. So, you know, if you get the Rey figure, you're going to have, artwork of Rey. If you get the Stormtrooper, you're going to have the Stormtrooper artwork. I mean, I really like that they did that, and they look stunning. All the pictures so far have looked absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I love the red Star Wars. It says Rey Jedi Training. It's got the new Force Link gimmick, which requires a device you have to purchase separately to make the figure make sounds and talk, which is kind of similar to the Comlink stuff from Episode 1. And I do have that device, so I could show that to you guys. And as we get onto the back, it's really, in all honesty, just a big advertisement for the Force Link. It shows the Force Link being used with the figure, as well as it shows, with the Force Link starter kit, which comes with a mass Kylo Ren, and then it also just has some of the basic stuff, the Disney logo, Hasbro logo, and all that stuff. But pretty straightforward when it comes to the packaging. Like I said, I love the way this looks. But most importantly, let's get this opened up. So taking a look at the Rey figure, I mean, this figure out of the package is, one of the better ones so far. Just based on accessories alone, they did a phenomenal job giving this character a bunch of accessories. Now this is the Jedi training one, so this is, I'm assuming, this is the outfit she's going to have during her training. I don't know if she's going to have a different outfit, at all during the actual movie. We'll have to wait and find out, but overall, I mean, she looks fantastic. A very good likeness to Daisy Ridley, which, I'll zoom in a little bit. But, I mean, the figure overall is just great. The tunic looks great. The colors, the boots. I love how they made her, body type, feminine. Not like the Power of the Force 2 figures like Princess Leia looked like she was a bodybuilder. I mean, they did a great job with this figure. Accessories, she comes with a lightsaber, her staff, as well as the pistol, which is really cool. And her lightsaber looks great. It even has like the little belt hook on there that's actually molded out, which it looks like it's fragile and possibly could break, but I think that's a great touch on it, which is same thing. I'll zoom in a little bit. And then also her gun fits in her holster. Now, I don't remember, specifically how she wore it in the last movie, but the way this fits on the holster because of the size of the holes, it has to be kind of like almost like the cross draw. So like the handle looks like this, it looks kind of weird, but that's just the way the figure's molded. There's actually 2 little holes that can pop out, and the bigger one where the barrel can go through is in the back. So I'm assuming that that's correct. And then you can see as we go into the back, she also holds her staff. Her staff does have a nice little handle that can flip over her shoulder, but looks very similar, to the Force Awakens. I'll really have to compare these figures to see, how similar they really are. But really great, looking figure for Rey so far. But let's take a little bit of a closer look. Here we have her face sculpt, and like I said, it looks really good. I mean, for a 3 3/4 inch figure, you can't expect the world, and they did a pretty good job with this. And just like the other figures in this toy line, her head is on a ball joint, so you can actually pop the head off if you wanted to switch it between different bodies. You can even put it on the Force Awakens figure because they do use the ball joint as well. And here you can see that lightsaber a little bit better, and you can see that little belt hook I was talking about. I mean, it's a really nice touch that they did that. I'm just worried that it's fragile because it's a very thin piece of plastic. Here's that holster I'm talking about. I mean, it's just the way that the bigger holes in the back. I can't shove this gun all the way in. It's a very tight fit, but you can see that the smaller hole is meant for that part. It just doesn't feel like, it feels like I'm going to break the handle if I push down any farther, but I love when figures have these nice little touches where you can actually put the gun in the holster. I think that's really, really cool. And then, here we have her staff, so you can kind of see it. I mean, it's still, molded very similar. I'm assuming this is the exact same mold from the previous toy line. As far as articulation, she's pretty much the same as all the other ones. She can bend at the legs, kind of hard because of the tunic. It is rubber, so it does help her move, but her legs move, her arms move up and down, and her head's on that ball joint. Like I said, you can pop that head off. So this toy line does have its own kind of gimmick. This is the Force Link, which you have to buy a separate device. Very similar to the ComTech, like the Tom Chip reader or ComTech reader. I'm not really sure the exact name from Phantom Menace, but a little bit different. It's almost a gadget that you strap onto your wrist, and this part will sit on the back of your hand. I mean, as I turn it on, it'll sit on like that, and then you're supposed to be able to hold the figure, and it's supposed to help make sounds because there's actually like a little chip in the foot right here. I'm assuming that's what it is, or at least it says, I'm assuming that's where the chip is. Maybe it's elsewhere in the body, but all the figures have this on there that kind of show that they can do that. And they can talk, as well as if you are holding the figure moving back and forth, it'll make different noises. Unfortunately, this is a big piece of crap, in all honesty. It doesn't function the way they make it sound. It's just really weird, but I'll try and do as best I can. So we'll kind of put it up to her.
I feel the Force.
Again. Come on. Do the noise. You're supposed to be able to move her, and she does stuff. It's very, touchy. Each figure seems to say a couple things. You could tap this button in the back, which is really, you just tap.
You will release me.
See if we can come on.
I'm not giving you anything. You will release me. I'm not giving you anything.
I'll kind of move her around again, see her sort of do anything. This is just, it's so touchy. It's supposed to be doing something, like if you're holding.
You will release me.
Holding the figure, it's supposed to do something, and it's just really inconsistent. Now, at least she sounds somewhat like what Rey would sound like. It's unfortunate because Luke Skywalker sounds nothing like Luke Skywalker. Kylo Ren sounds nothing like Kylo Ren. The only Kylo Ren that sounds moderately close to what would actually, the character would be the masked version that actually comes with this reader. But so far, very unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of this gimmick, and it's a $29.99 set you have to purchase to even get them to talk. But, I don't think it's worth it at all. I mean, the main thing is its figure and the accessories she comes with. And like I said, she's really plentiful with the accessories. And finally, for size comparison, here we have 3 different toys from the Last Jedi toy line. We have Luke Skywalker on the left, we have Rey in the middle, and then the Kylo Ren on the right. And then there also is another Kylo Ren, which is this one, which is the one that comes with the Force Link reader, which is pretty cool. But I mean, as far as size comparison, Kylo Ren is definitely taller than them, and that was correct in the movie. Rey, definitely has that smaller, thinner frame, which I really like. You know, I don't really remember the size if, you know, compared to Luke Skywalker, if that's accurate. But I mean, you definitely get a pretty decent sense of scale, and I feel that this is going to be pretty much close to what it's going to be in the movie. But so far, I mean, these figures are pretty fantastic. Alone, you know, the gimmick is just a gimmick. You don't need to get it at all. Don't think you need this Force link at all. I will review the device separately, and it'll be coming a little bit later. But I mean, as far as what it does and the sounds it makes and the inconsistencies, I mean, it's just, in all honesty, utter garbage. But these figures are fantastic. They're beautiful looking. I mean, they did a great job as the 3 3/4 inch figures, and I can't wait to open up more of them. So once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.